Okay. Five. Okay. Welcome. Snowbirds meeting room. Sunday. I'm running a little late. Forgive me, but got stuff going on and it's been oops. There we go. Okay. I hope everybody can hear me through this. I changed this a little bit. Huh? What?
Exactly.
All right. It's Sunday. Going through State of the Game of 4.02 and the roadmap roundup. That was a big one this week. So I've got the patch notes up. And I'm here with Space Guy Ty and Tone. And this is a pretty big one. They dropped this patch to everybody's surprise on Friday. And it was a big thing. So let me just kick over everything to.
I'm in menus. Feel free to launch as soon as you got them.
Okay. Hello and welcome. Ty and hello.
Good afternoon, everybody.
What's going on, Jax?
I'm coming to play and shoot somebody and have some fun.
Mm-hmm.
What are you guys? You live or PTU?
I'm not in right now. I'm doing the
Don't tell him
Snowbirds.
where you're at. He just told you why he's here.
I know.
Thanks, boy. I was
Okay.
get my headshot perfection.
Like I say, I apologize with being late and running behind on things. So here we are in the Snowbirds meeting room. And this is all about the state of the game as we see it, and also the roadmap roundup. Am I coming in robotic to you guys right now, or is it?
No, you're fine.
Thank you. Okay. Okay. First on the agenda for today is the patch notes and the state of the game for 4.02. I believe and I think that we are in a better state than what we were originally. Hey, Mad Max, what's up? Originally, when we started 4.0 and we were in the preview, the first couple days it ran kind of rough. Or no, it actually ran very well. As time went on, we did see a lot of degradation and stability issues. There were a lot of hot fixes coming down, and then we went to 4.01 and it did the same. A lot of hot fixes, a lot of issues. It was very difficult to do certain things, and it just got rough all the way around. So with that, we're into 4.02.
Can you check party chat?
And also we are now in a new event, the supplier die. I've done a couple of them. I've made some pretty decent money with them. There's one thing that is really rough for everybody, and that is the refresh of the commodities. And there's been a lot of players that have been pushed out of the way of the consoles and things of that nature, and it's kind of bogus, but I get it. We're all out for the same thing, but sometimes it can be a bit rough on people who are just starting the game and they're learning it. It is what it is. So you kind of have to deal with it. This is the first weekend of it, so there's going to be a lot of this going on until it settles down a bit. There's a big overflow of players at this point in time, and I think we can all agree that the stability of this patch compared to the previous parts in the 4.0 branch this one is much more stable than the others. There's still some issues, but it's getting better. And right now, Tone and Ty are in the game. And what are you guys feeling with it right now while you're playing?
It has some miscellaneous bugs that are kind of irritating, but for the most part, it does the job.
Okay. How have you guys been dealing with the supplier die runs?
More die than supply.
Yeah, I haven't supplied shit.
No, it's been an awesome thought, but it's turned into a real shit show.
Okay. Okay. Let's take a look at server information. Okay. Has anybody bought specific weapons or anything like that at this point in time? And have you lost any equipment that you bought, like ship weapons or anything like that, due to the partial wipe?
I haven't, but I was prepared for the partial wipe.
Okay. I mean, I didn't buy any ship weapons until last night, and I wasn't sure about what was going to happen with those, and I just took a chance, and we'll see what happens on the next go. We also had a launcher update, which was pretty significant. I thought that was some pretty good features on the launcher update, where you can actually clear out things in the launcher instead of having externals or going in manually in your folders to do it. I thought that was a nice quality of life feature for the launcher. I liked it. Hey, Melpan, you lost a lot of ship components. Yeah, a lot of people have been having issues with that. Now, they did say that they are working on that and they are going to alleviate that. I'm just going to say what they're saying, that they are going to fix that, because a lot of people who did the contested zones lost all of that stuff. And that's got to hurt, doing all that and losing it. But they are going to fix that. So features and gameplay. So, distortion fall off time, gameplay updates, additional locations, passes. Hey, Tribunal, what's up? Okay, Tribunal, what did I do this time? 07 dot 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 dot. Okay. Now they did add the Zeus CL and the ES to New Deal at Lorville. Hey Brian, and they did add the Miss Starlancer Max to New Deal in Lorville and Astro Armada at Area 18. So those are purchasable in game now, and I believe that is a major thing. I'm not sure when the TAC is going to be available. I don't know, and I think we will probably see that coming later this year. Hopefully, Invictus launch week. So we'll go from there. But a lot of the things that have been done so far, it is more stable than what we've previously walked into and what we've started. Tex, you're just getting in. Have you been in the game at all since the update?
No, not yet.
Okay. You will find that it's much better than what we were previously doing. The PTU was running very well. I just feel that now we're getting to a point where the stability is getting better and the event is good. I've enjoyed it, what I've played so far. It's just frustrating with the refresh of the commodities when you go to buy them. I haven't done a data tree mission yet. I will be doing that today and checking that out, see how it works. Now, Tone and Ty did one last night. What did you guys think of it? I was listening while I was doing other things, and it seemed to be pretty exciting for you guys.
I recommend at least 2 people going in for Overwatch. At that point in time, a third or 2 of the 3 can go kill off the NPCs so that you can get the data tree. Then you have to deal with the surroundings.
Mm-hmm.
And once you do that, you buy it, load it, make sure it's loaded properly and not just thrown in there like I did, and go sell it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, I'm going to be doing an event this weekend, and it's going to be kind of large. There's one person that is really bummed out right now. It's absolutely upset, and I can't blame him. He can't get any of his ships at all, and that's like really frustrating. He's just had a rough time, a hard time trying to do the game, and he's just outright pissed. And it's not fair to him. He did a character repair and still nothing. So there's got to be something better out there to fix these issues and make them better. I don't know what else to say about that. I think that CIG should be able to totally give his character a full reset. I don't know if that's possible. I did lose a ship last year because of a massive glitch. And when I went to the issue council and put in my ticket, and then I went to concierge and they said put in an issue council ticket, which was done. I still had to wait until I got a character reset, and the character reset, I had to wait for the patch. So I don't know what's going on with that. They took it away, so it's something that CIG needs to think about, because I mean that's not good where you can't get anything at all. It's totally not good. Ty, any other thoughts on the stability of the game at this point? I know you didn't do a whole lot of testing. So go ahead. Sorry.
I have one little thing that kind of sums up a lot of it, and it's since I've been playing since the patch dropped,
Yeah.
I haven't seen a single server error, not one. And granted, the patch only dropped yesterday, but that's still a lot of hours and no server errors. So, I mean, that's pretty stable. I mean, I know that I'm not saying there haven't been server errors at all, but that's a solid reduction.
I agree. I'm going to say this now. CR doesn't work. I tried using that when some of my paint was gone in 4.01 and it didn't help. I had to rebuy the Heart Seeker. Mine got messed up too in 4.01, and I just waited till the patch came back. I didn't rebuy the Heart Seeker. Kaz, welcome to the stream. One, currently getting the red banner across the AFSOP, so can't pull any ships. I had that yesterday, and I had to hop a couple regions to get mine to pop up. What's up, Baron?
Hey, you streaming?
Yes, I am.
And my background's not in the stream.
Well, I can hear it a little bit, but it's okay. So Kaz, I know you're PO'd, and you have a very valid right to be. And he did a character repair and waited an hour and still nothing. I don't know what. I have no idea what could be hurting you like that. I have no idea. Let's see. 2. Falling through planets in Stanton, walking with a tractor rifle carrying a 2 SCU container, beam turned red, and container fell through planet. I fell through 10 minutes later. Yeah, the collisions, they've said that they are having issues with the collisions for the planets right now. Was doing haul missions and couldn't deliver some to some plant stations. Seen a pile of cargo sitting around the area. Yeah, well, that was running rampant before, and I think it's gotten better. I can't say for sure. Elevators still black. I've had that pop up, and they appeared, but the elevator system is working a lot better than it was, even though you see that little issue. purchase paints and gear gone. Now your purchase stuff, Cass. And yep, no go on the character repair. Yeah, I remember you telling me about that. Yeah, elevator's still messed up, and now quantum travel randomly stopped working. I've encountered that a little bit. It hasn't been massively bad as it used to be, but it is still rough. So, I mean, it all depends on what you're doing, what's happening, how the server is running. First night I was in the Atlas, and the Atlas started freaking out, and it kicked me out of the station, and it was falling, and I jumped out of the Atlas. I was able to escape it, but my character was falling like in gravity, and I was out in space. So I had to abandon it and stuff like that. Driving the CR onto the back of the Nomad, CBR fell through the Nomad, then the Nomad sitting on the CBR yedded itself into the trees. Whew. Okay, that's a rough one. I mean, there's so many different things that we're all running into that are making it really rough and hard to handle. The workarounds are not as extensive as they were when we first went into 4.0. They've gotten better. And another one from Kaz. Flew back to home base for it to force me to claim the ship. I just climbed out of it, sitting right in front of me on the pad, etc. I've had that happen where I go down, I call a ship from the ASOPs on the station and come down, and it's destroyed. Yeah, a lot of people are saying that it's time for a break on it because it's frustrating and some things aren't working, some things are. There's a lot of things that are giving people a hard time. Let's see. Now they were saying there was a bug fixes. This list is pretty extensive. From the patch notes that I'm seeing. I have not encountered a 30K yet. Gonna knock on wood on that. I have not encountered. There's probably some people that may have. Well, Tone was in and he got a 30K, but they were dropping a new patch, and that's why he got kicked out. On Friday. I remember him telling me about that. And they did put the new player experience on Loreville. They moved it from, I don't know if it's still active on Area 18, but it's still active in New Babbage, and it's on Loreville now. So, new business. Like I say, there have been technical updates. There have been all sorts of things going on. But the stability is 100 times better than it was. Still can find. Oh, you and that CB, I'm going to hit you anyway, just because you brought that up. What am I saying? Okay. I do like the news flash splash screen. Yeah, that is pretty cool. And I do like the circle instead of the loading screen little thing going back and forth. I like that. That looks good. But like I say, things have gotten better, but they're not totally there yet. So if anybody's got any questions, comments on the state of 4.02 at this point, please feel free, say something, throw it out there. I'm going to go ahead and get to the roadmap. This is pretty big. Okay, roadmap roundup. Notable changes. So, deliverables released with 4.0 and 4.01 were marked as released. Meanwhile, new appliance side supplier die has been added and marked as committed. New 4.1 column has been added to the release view, and some things will be going along. Now, they've redacted the mission giver and mission giver locations, sandbox activity, armor sets, space combat missions, the Volt AR Parallax, the Volt SMG Quartz, Hathor mining stations, Hathor ground alignment stations. And plus they threw in the additions of the 1.0 column. So control surfaces, quantum boost, item misfire and wear, fire hazard, charge and drain, life support, engineering gameplay, solar flare, vehicle radar scanning rework, FPS, radar and scanning, hangar updates, which is going to be interesting. They said they're expanding personal hangar customization with new upgrades, layouts, and functional improvements. Weapon overheat, radiation, new missions, location repair. So, we'll see. It asked me if I want to do it on Area 18, so I assume new character walkthrough is still available. It should be. I don't see why not. Gas. I don't see why it shouldn't be.
4.0.1 had a lot of problems with the character, the new player experience, as they're calling it.
Mm-hmm.
You might check the patch notes and known issues, and just be aware that even if nothing is listed, it may, it may be broken.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so what we have in 4.0, I've got the roadmap up, and there were 3 entries. Now they did say supplier die is 0, save and gracias a Dios mío. The jump points have been released, and all this gameplay supplier die is now in game and playing. We're playing. Sorry, was a little behind on stream. No worries, no worries. So 4.01 tentative for Q1, Q1 or Q2. Sorry, between Q1 and Q2, 2025. So these are redacted until they figure this out. Space combat missions, a new set of ship combat missions featuring improved scenario design, redefined storytelling. Okay, sandbox activity, new open-ended activity blending on foot exploration with aerial support, creating sandbox gameplay opportunities for daring teams. Now that's going to be interesting. We'll see how that goes. Mission giver locations. And all of this is tentative at this point, so we don't know exactly what's going to be thrown in there. There's no ships or anything like that listed in 4.1 at this point. So we'll go from there. There's Nothing else that I can see. The F7CM release, the supported Heartseeker, the Fortune, and the Guardian. So no, nothing about any ships at this point, and there were big rumors about the Perseus. Hey Scott, what's up, man? How you doing? There was nothing. There was a lot of rumors about the Perseus dropping. Not really sure what's going to happen with that, so we'll see. Anybody got any thoughts about the Perseus and what we've heard so far, that things have been worked on, that they're upgrading, I think, some weapons on the ship? I don't have one, so it doesn't apply to me at this point. Just wondering what you guys think about it, because a lot of us don't have the capital ship waiting to come out. I don't know. I personally, I'm not going to worry about that ship because I have the ship that I really want. The Perseus, I don't expect it to come really soon. I think there may be another sale for that ship for ILW, and then they'll release it maybe at IAE. Hopefully the Perseus should drop either CitizenCon or ILS, as they showed it in the supplier die trailer. They might drop it for ILW, Invictus Launch Week. I mean, I don't know. I don't expect it anytime majorly soon, but if it drops early, since we already have a capital ship in the game, I don't see why it wouldn't drop. That's just my thought, though. Baron, you got something? You got any comments or questions about the game at this point? Maybe not. Maybe. I'm just giving some perspective on what's happening so far. Baron, you were having problems the other night when we were in. Hey, Super, what's up?
Yeah, I was having problems, but it worked all out.
Yeah.
It was well, downloading the game, I think that was my main problem.
Okay.
But after I got some advice from you, everything ran smooth. The
Okay.
game so far running really good for me. Getting pretty good frames.
Mm-hmm.
Once in a while, a few frame drops, but pretty good frames. Games overall that's running good for me. Smooth doors are opening. That's my main thing. Getting on elevators, that's
Yeah.
opening. And the map seems to be running a lot better than before. Every time you try to target an area, you were not getting a target. So now it just seems to be working. I think the game's working way better than 4.1. 4.2 seem to have they seem to did a lot of work on it. It seems to be running a lot better to me, at least on my end.
Mm-hmm. Well, I do have a question. What about when you were in in Pyro, you were doing stuff, and things were not populating for you and stuff like that. Because I've had some issues with that, but it hasn't been as frequent as it was in 4.01. Like I say, we're still in day 3, so we've got all month to see how it's going to work, what's going to happen, and they've already thrown out something about a hotfix channel coming up. So that shows me that they are putting in a lot of effort to make it better, to give us a better experience, and get more stability, because that's what the game needs right now. It needs more stability to continue on and keep going and bringing people into the game to play. That's the goal of us being able to enjoy it and go further. Ty, did you do any PTU testing this last round or no?
I was concentrating on trying to make money to pay back all of that.
Well, I did a lot of PTU, and there were some issues in PTU. They weren't majorly heavy, but there were some issues, and they did get them fixed pretty quickly with frequent patch updates and stuff like that. Kaz says Perseus had a low crew requirement, so I suspect they're adding guns to tickets required crew requirement up, more in line with the other capital ships since they are pushing multi-crew so hard. But Perseus isn't a capital ship, though. It's almost the same size as a Hammerhead. Interesting.
Right now, Shadow and Alive, you can't call any ships.
You're having a problem?
Yes, I can't call any one of the ships at all, large or small.
So you're getting the unable?
Correct.
The red screen? Okay.
Yes.
Did you earliest Invictus, but I don't expect it that fast. I agree. On that, Cass. Tex, how many servers have you jumped to?
None. I just getting into the game.
Oh, you're just getting in? Okay. Which region did you go to? Best or anything like that? Okay. Well, I'm gonna get in about another 45 minutes so I can see what's going on and try to continue what I was doing. But we'll see what happens. Any other thoughts, comments, questions? I mean, at this point, we're still fresh in this patch. When I do Snowbirds Meeting Room next week, I'm going to go into the full week and see what's going on. Still can't get PTU successfully update. What's the workaround?
PTU?
Yeah. PTU, I think it's shut down now, I think.
You're just oblivious to me even being next to you?
Do you think the F7 Super is worth real money, or as it is in-game purchase only? I'm going to say this. Now, I upgraded a ship to the Super Hornet, and flying it and using it in a combat situation, it rocked. I enjoyed it. Now, I did get the Heartseeker upgrade for the F7A, and I got one for the F7CM, the Super Hornet. And I put it on. I haven't used it yet. I'm going to try it and check it out in the video. I enjoyed it, Tribunal. It was really good. I enjoy the ship. It's very maneuverable for what it is, and when you have total control of the speed limiter, it makes a big difference. So I find that to be very beneficial. Any other thoughts, comments, things that we've done that have come up so far, and what do you think about the state of what they're doing? They're doing more content instead of features, and working on stability overall compared to what we had in 4.0 preview to now. I think they've done quite a bit and a lot to get things to work. There's some people that are still having the issues, but stability wise, where the game is stable, it doesn't have any major crashes or server errors that I've seen, or 30Ks and stuff like that. How do you guys feel about it? Because I'm enjoying it more than I did with 4.0. Go ahead, Tom. Sorry.
No, you're fine. I was just wanted to. I like the different mission styles that they're pushing now.
Mm-hmm.
It's not pick box up, put box down, hit button. Now it's kind of nice.
Okay. Has anybody been able to? I mean, I know I don't do a whole lot of bounties. I haven't done any bunkers or anything like that at this point because I just haven't been able to do it. Has the bounty system worked better than it did in 4.0 preview and 4.01? That's a question I have. Mm-hmm.
I can't say.
I
Yeah.
can't either.
Yeah, I haven't tried any yet.
Yeah, I've not tried that yet, but I think the game overall is running a lot better. Like you said, gotta wait and give it a few more days. You do see a little everything calming down a little bit more. So I think, like you said, a few more days, see how well it runs. I think a lot more is happening in the game. Characters are doing a lot more. When you go to a station, you see more NPCs, and they're not just standing around doing nothing. Most of them is actually doing things. They're actually like leaning against walls, talking to each other. I mean, there was a little bit of that in 4.1, but it looks a lot more smoother in 4.2. I mean, you're getting a lot more frame rates and a lot more smoother animations and smoother character movement, and it just it seems better for now. But like you said, we gotta wait, give it a few more days, and see how well it keeps up with what's going on.
Okay, I'll go along with that. Melopan says bunker seems all right. Friendly NPC need to get nerfed. They keep killing all the NPC enemies. Okay. Like I say, right now we're in the middle. Normal space bounty works fine, at least for me. Okay, I'll go. I'll check that out with you, Melopan. I'll look into it and see how it runs. Um, like I say, we're in the start of this event, and everybody's in there. So 890 jump is 50-50. Okay, I haven't tried that yet. They brought that back, did they? Because I heard it was acting up for a bit. Um, there was one thing that I did want to try, and I haven't done it yet, but I did try it in the PTU with the removable pouch on the rock.
The rock.
Yeah, it does. It did work in the PTU. I'm gonna try it, but for those that know that it can be detached, is there anywhere to buy extra pouches? I don't know if it's in the game yet, purchasable, and if it is, that will be a very, very lucrative thing to go mining, rock mining again, and fill it up, detach it, set it to the side, put another one on, and then go out again. That's gonna make that's gonna be pretty lucrative. Yeah, 890 jump. Sometimes you don't get any QT marker to jump to the ship. Okay. Okay. That was an issue before, so it's another issue still. I don't know. I don't think there's anything else that I really had except for the roadmap and Star Citizen 1.0. The card is there. Check the version number, and PTU and Live were same version on my laptop. PTU kept promise. Needs to update, so I just deleted the PTU folder. Yeah. I did have an issue getting the PTU to download because I thought I was having a problem. Bags not for sale? Okay. When I did that, Kaz, I had to save what files were there, and then I restarted it, and then it downloaded. I was able to get back in it. And you can do that in the locker. You can hold on to the files. If you go to cancel it, you can save your progress. But I have seen streamers remove bags and claim rock to build up a supply of bags. Yeah, that makes sense. But if they do sell them, that's something that will come. I can't say when. So for 1.0 tentative, they're saying the Starware is going to be in there for characters. Star Sim content instancing. This is something that I'm waiting for. And we were talking about this yesterday, Ty and Tone, where I would like to finish a event in an instance where it's just our crew or whoever you're playing with, to be able to finish something without other players coming into it, where you can finish the whole thing. Siege of Orson, like I said, I love that event. I think it's a really cool event. If it was instance where I could finish the whole thing and say that I did it, would be awesome. But there were so many people that were running ahead and completing it before I got to the end of it. It kind of ruined the experience for me. Kaz says he just got a 3009 server error attempting to log in. Ooh. Anybody else have that problem yet? Come across it?
Knock on wood. I've not seen a 3000 in a while.
Hmm.
The only time I saw one is it trying to log on the game.
Yeah, that's what he's. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, yeah.
And
Sorry.
that was because, like you said, I had the PTU on a different hard drive, and it was on the PC, and I guess it recognized it, so I deleted it.
Mm-hmm.
And I had no 3000 after that. It was just straight to the game.
Okay. By the way, Reshade just dropped a 6.41 hotfix is out. So if you're using Reshade, it's just a quick update on what you have. You just download it and then run it, and it will update. You just update, don't wipe it or anything like that, and you'll be good to go. There's so many things in 1.0 that they're talking about. Utility tunnels, Imperial Sports Federation, the Council, Mercenary Guild, Academy of Sciences, United Resource Workers, Interstellar Transport Guild, Building Interiors, Nyx, Castra, and Terra. So the 1.0 card has got a lot of things in it. We just have to wait and see what's going on with it. Location stories, main stories, station warfare. Boy, oh boy. That is going to be interesting. And then we got 36 entries on gameplay, insurance, tax, and warranty. Ooh. Law and security, reputation version 2, new player professions, and there it is. Death of a Spaceman, AI blades, and stuff like that. So 1.0 is going to be a big one when it hits, and we don't know when that's coming. So I'm just going to go with that. But does anybody else have any comments, questions about 1.0, 4.1, the state of the game? How are you feeling about it as far as like what we have so far? Is it, I know it's gotten better, but any other comments that you feel should be in 4.02 at this point?
Sorry, concentrating.
No worries. Because you don't want to get shot.
Well, no, question. We're unloading. Could you repeat the question?
Well, what you would like to see in the next patch? Quality of life from what we have right now going to the next one. Besides what they have in 4.1.
Just whatever is most efficient. Whatever is the most efficient way for them to improve the game.
Agreed.
That's all I really care about.
So
I
at
would like
least,
for them.
I'm sorry. Tribunal has a question. So are they saying 1.0 is coming after 4.1? No. I think there's going to be a lot of 4.1, the 4.1 branch. I think there's going to be a lot of stuff that's working. Go ahead, Baron. I'm sorry. You had a thought.
I think they should be more streamlining the game, working on small issues, making sure that everything is optimal before continuing on. Like, even though the elevators are working and they're working pretty good, there is a little glitch when they open up. You do see space, and then it pops in.
Yeah.
There should be more cleaning up of that. Just tiny little cleaning ups to make sure when you get in this game, it perform at its optimal performance. I know it's running off its servers, but that's what you need to bring people in the game. When you click on something, it works. Everything works. When you set up your MFDs, it works. If it's supposed to stay, it stays. I think if they do that, that's going to bring us more, emerge us more into this game, and more people are going to want to come in and play. So I think that's what they need to do with the next patch. Keep working on what you're working on. Keep smoothing it out. Make it smooth for us. Like the pyro, like you said, I've not been to pyro in this patch, but before when I was in pyro, I did get massive amount of glitches. So, like can't open doors, can't leave hangars. There's space stations that you don't want to go back to because you're worried that if you go there, you're gonna get stuck there. You're gonna lose your cargo there. So yeah, I think the way they are going, the way they should keep going for another 2 patches or so, clean it all up.
Agreed.
I not agreed. I don't. I mean, don't get me wrong. I want them to keep making it better, but worrying about things like there's a black space in the elevator door before the elevator carriage shows up, that's just wasted time for so little return. If all a pair has to do is wait another half a second before they get on the elevator, that's plenty good enough. Move on to building the rest of the game out at that point, because the second you do that much optimization and then you come in and now you want to add in all these features that they still have in the roadmap, which is a ton,
Mm-hmm.
then you're going to introduce all these extra bugs and you wasted that time because now you got to fix it all again.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why I've always been move fast and break things. But yeah, we don't need it polished every patch. We just need it good enough.
Functioning.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Clean it up to the point where you don't have to go back. You don't have to go back and
You said perfectly optimized.
No.
You specifically mentioned the elevator thing.
I did say that, but that's the elevators are the most important thing in the game because you need to go places. So that need to be optimized to the point where that little glitch that you see is a little bug that's gonna come back. Yeah. So if they clean that up to the point where you don't see that little glitch, I don't think they have to keep coming back to it. I mean, clean that up and then go work on something else. Because I think that's one of the most important things to this game. Because so many people were stuck in the game because they couldn't get in the elevator, and every time that they do something, it breaks it. So fix it to the point where it doesn't break, and then you don't have to keep running back to it.
No, you can't. You can't do that. I mean, that's not possible. That's not how software development of any kind works. You at every stage, at every stage, you can't make it fix everything, and then you can't count on that stuff to stay fixed afterwards. Because it won't. They'll still have to go in and fix more elevator glitches that are brought in. To polish the game, every patch would be a lot of wasted time.
They don't have to polish it.
I mean, that's kind of what you're talking about. That's exactly what you're describing is polishing. Fixing, functional is one thing, but what you're describing is polish.
Have a good one, Kaz.
We got two different meanings of polish then, but I understand what you're saying. To me, polishing the game is when the game is done, and then you go in there and completely do an overhaul on it.
Well, that's going to be a ways off.
I understand what you're saying.
Kaz says next page, I would like to be able to access the game. Please and thank you. Oh, great and powerful Chris. And if that is all it took a second and a half, then yeah. But not what's going on.
I know there's a lot of other things going on. I just use that as an example of where I see something like the elevators have a lot of other problems that do need to be fixed. I was just using that as an example of something that can be left while they do bigger things.
Have a good one, Cass.
Yeah, it's time to jump servers.
Yep.
You got a 30? Okay.
Yeah, server error.
Hmm.
Figured that is running
Alright.
way behind.
Tone, I'll meet you in menus.
Okay. Okay, so there are still things that are going to give us all issues, no matter what. We're still in the infancy of server meshing, static. It's on its first iteration, and they did fix. Did they? Has anybody encountered the stoppage of going from one dedicated game server to another during
Yes,
quantum?
just now.
Okay, just now.
Yeah, that and a lot of what happens when you're going from one shard to the next, the zero gas bug will show up. If you don't turn around while you have a little bit of quantum fuel and reset it, you're stuck.
Yeah,
Just now, I'm stuck in the best USA server along with Space Guy because
it dropped.
we were at 30K pretty much, which is
Yeah.
something else you just mentioned.
I'm in menus.
So am I, but I can't get into another shard because I'm stuck in the current one.
So am I. Okay, I guess we'll wait.
Yeah.
Do that or go to Arena Commander.
And I
If
just
if
finished-
that'll break you out, that is
that-
becoming
Yeah, that
unreliable
hasn't
now.
been working.
and I think I just got locked into it on shard myself too. The where I was at, I just ran into a problem. It was not letting me in the station, so I had to leave the server.
But are you able to get back into the game? Are you able to go to another region?
I'm not able to go to another region.
Okay, you're locked into that one until it recycles.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. Like I say, we're still in the infancy of server meshing. That is one massive thing, and when they go to the next step of it, it's going to get better. I can only say that they did do it. It's working, but it still has its issues. I don't know what else to say at this point, but we just take it one step at a time and go along. Anybody else have any thoughts, quality of life that they'd like to see in the next patch, or any other comments? Please feel free. Like I say, I'm running late, and I was trying to get this one done so I could get in and check out some more things. But this is the state of the game. We're in day 3. The one thing that I would like to see them do in a hot fix is do a faster refresh of resources. That is the one main thing I'd like to see.
Or add more kiosks to
Resources?
buy them.
Okay.
Well,
More-
then you kind of defeat the purpose, right? I mean, the whole point of this is that players are in competition for the
Well,
resources
yeah.
that they're trying to buy. So instead of buying them, you are forced to either maybe go mine them or maybe go run the Deditrine missions. So if you do those things, you kind of defeat the whole purpose of the event.
Well, you do have other ways of getting the resources. And
Yes.
there's the salvage, mining. You can purchase, or you find wrecks and grab them. So there are other ways to do it besides just going out and buying the resources. You just got to find them. That's the thing.
But
Go ahead.
But like you said, yeah, that's true. But you do need more kiosks. You do need just a little bit more added product because it's so little that people are waiting there for a long time.
Well, okay.
And I
Remember,
understand.
remember, I hate to interject, but remember when we only had 2 kiosks in the admin office? There were,
Oh yeah.
so could you imagine if there were only 2? What it would be
The
like?
number of kiosks doesn't matter. So your bottleneck is the refresh rate.
Yeah,
Yes.
That's where your bottleneck is.
that's
I mean, you could
that's where
have
that
100
is.
or just 1.
Hey guys, can I break in for a second?
Shoot.
I just 30K'd out of free flight in Arena Commander.
Ooh, so there may be some
Yes.
server degradation coming down, and
Oh yeah.
we may
It's an
see
exceptional handler crash.
we may see a
We know.
maintenance reboot.
You want me to share my screen?
I can't see it. I mean, I can see it, but go ahead. So drop it up.
That's what I'm doing. There it is.
Oh, sorry. Hold on one moment.
I've never 30K'd out of Arena Commander before.
Okay, I'm gonna bring this over so everybody can see it real quick. I have never 30K out of Arena Commander. That's the first time I've ever seen that.
Same here.
So that's pretty intensive.
Yeah, that means the servers are crashing.
I mean, no, not. That's one instance of a 30,013 exception handler crash that it could very easily be a one-off.
True enough.
Yeah, but
It
also
could be an isolated incident. One instance of something happening is not a good way to predict anything at all.
true, but we all seem to be having problems at the same time. Have you noticed that?
I'm
Mhm.
not
Just
having problems.
you're not? Oh, okay.
No,
I
I
thought we
was in
all
the
was.
same server as Tone. I'm not having problems. The only reason I left was because Tone said he was having problems, and so we went to menus. But I wasn't having the problems he was.
I was having minor problems. Not the station would not answer my call, so
Hmm.
I left. Actually, the other parts of the game was working, but the station would not answer my call. So I just end up leaving the game completely because it would not put me on
Oh,
another server.
Tone, you might as well save yourself the trouble. I tried the Arena Commander thing, and I'm still unstowed.
Okay.
Hmm.
Well, I was just seeing if I could actually get back in it.
But these are the things that we're going to encounter. I mean, it's not perfect. Anybody who comes into the game and expects it to be perfect, this is not the game you want to play. You can't expect that in an alpha state. When we go into beta, that's a different story. And then when it goes to gold, that's a different story. But we're at this point now where we're still in the infancy of server meshing and all the things that they're trying to get accomplished and things of that nature. So any new players out there, when you take the chance and get Star Citizen, you're going to encounter a whole lot of frustration. You're going to step away from it for a little bit. You're going to come back, try it, see if it's still in a decent state for you to play. If not, then you'll step away. That's the best thing you can do. You can't get overly, outrageously, you know,
Don't tell me how to live my
pissed.
life.
Really? Just, I'm just saying, because there's days when I've gotten, and it takes a lot for me to get really frustrated with it. It takes a lot. But 4.0 was giving me a rough time, and I was getting very frustrated. 4.01 got better. It was still a rough way, but 4.02, I'm going to say this is the best of the branch that I've encountered so far. So that's just my thought. Anything else? Anybody that has any other things to say about the state of the game and the roadmap and things of that nature? Throwing it to the floor.
All right, I am unstowed.
Okay, you made it out.
Yeah, I'm also unstowed. Still waiting.
Okay, nobody's
That's
got
a good
any
answer.
other. Nobody's got any other comments.
Did you
And
just launch us?
Yeah.
Mad
Sorry,
Max, yeah, you're fine. Mad Max, I see that CB comment, and I'm gonna hit you. But that's pretty much all I have for today on this edition of the Snowbirds meeting room. With this video, with this one on the main channel, I am at 999 videos that has been done in the 3-year period. Tomorrow will be number 1000. And with that, I'm going to do a giveaway on it.
Carrick.
And it is the Heartseeker upgrade with the armor. So that is to celebrate number 1000. So if anybody's got any other comments, questions, please feel free. But leave them in the comments. Hit me up on Discord. And I'm calling it on the Snowbirds meeting room. Thanks to Space Guy Ty, Tone, Master Baron, Tex for dropping in. And I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful Sunday. Take care. And see you in the next one.
Shadow Spectre 11 hailing. Thank you for the likes and the views. Remember to tickle that notification bell so you won't miss our next videos. Thanks again. Shadow Spectre 11 signing off.